What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Paul here, back at it with another Dragon Ball Super discussion. Today we're going to be talking about some of the post events of Dragon Ball Super and what may have been unleashed during that final wish and what could potentially happen because of this in the future of the Dragon Ball Super franchise. Now guys, remember, this is all speculation, theories, and discussion, so take this with a pinch of salt. This is just for fun. It's not anything set in stone, but it's a big what if anything. So before we get into the video, guys, do me a favor, smash that like button on the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This way you guys can stay up to date and participate in all upcoming discussions, news and information regarding the movie, and video game content that we can all play together on this channel. Anyway, guys, as we know, in Dragon Ball Super Episode 131, in the finale of the Dragon Ball Super TV series, Android 17 had won the Tournament of Power, and what he decided to do with his wish is resurrect every universe destroyed by Zeno. Now, what we know is that this new upcoming movie is going to take place where it's going to have the origins of the Saiyans and have the most Saiyans ever. Now, we're all suspecting this to be Universe 6, however, this could very well be one of the old universes, Universe 13 through 18, that might have got resurrected just as well. But what I wanted to tell you guys here is that this new villain, this new Saiyan, if he is a villain, if anything, he could potentially bring out Mastered Ultra Instinct in Goku or have Ultra Instinct in himself, because if we look back at what's happened here in Dragon Ball, even occurring in the final episode of Dragon Ball Super, the theme that was constantly dropped over and over and over again is: 1, Dragon Ball Super will be returning in some way, shape, or form, or the Dragon Ball franchise. We're gonna see these characters again. 2, Saiyans have no limits. And this was stressed especially towards the end here, that Saiyans with Goku and Vegeta can continue getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And what we see in the upcoming movie here, if this Saiyan is the main fighter, he's a Saiyan, and that means that his potential for growth is almost limitless. Let's go back to the Goku Black arc, and what was interesting about this is that they showed us a villain that actually succeeded in their goals and was probably one of the smartest in terms of utilizing all of the pieces that he had with him, which was mainly Goku's body, a Saiyan body, and it had limitless potential. Now when you combine that limitless potential with the immortal Zamasu, we had merged Zamasu, and that was one of the strongest beings ever. The only reason that fusion failed was mainly because Zamasu, one form of him was immortal and the other one was mortal, and that's what caused that whole thing to not mesh very well. However, it was the recipe for success given the fact that it had limitless growth and potential in that fusion. Now, with the Saiyans being this powerful, it still creates so much room in the Dragon Ball franchise for them to grow. What we know is that there's top 5 fighters in the show that they still haven't necessarily revealed yet, if you don't count Zeno, and the top 5 being up there with the Grand Priest. So for them to make it all the way up there, we have from maybe God of Destruction level to there. We're not exactly sure if there's any other fighters in that tier, but most likely after what we've seen from these events of the Tournament of Power, seeing as how far Goku can go, how far the Saiyans are progressing in Universe 6, because if you look at people like Kefla and their mission to go Super Saiyan 3 and how powerful they were and fighting against Ultra Instinct Omen for one, it's going to be really interesting to see how much time it takes for these Saiyans to scale upwards, because limitless potential means the Saiyans could potentially be the future of the franchise yet again, like them being the main fighters. I mean, they've always been the main fighters, but here they might be taking over yet again and taking the place of where Jiren and Hit have kind of taken most of it, because with Jiren and Hit, at the time, they were taking like the main focus off of like Saiyan bad guys and having any Saiyan relevancy. Because I mean, with Goku Black, he was a Saiyan. With Frieza, at least he wasn't a Saiyan. Beerus, not necessarily so. But in Dragon Ball Z, we had Cell, Saiyan Cells, and then Boo, fusions. I mean, like absorptions of fusions of Saiyans. So I mean, the Saiyans are the future if they have limitless potential, but that limitless potential could be diverted into Ultra Instinct here, because it does mean that if they fix their flaws, majority of them, I mean, even if there's like just a handful of them left, should be able to ascend into this level that not that many people can ascend to, because Goku's shown us time and time again how to break through these limits, and he's done it through his own son, who hasn't been getting that much attention lately. I mean, honestly, when they gave that speech about Saiyan Pride, Gohan is the last one that should be even mentioned, because they really gave him the boot, like, honestly, compared to the other Saiyans. And just the look on Vegeta's face alone when he was looking at the other Universe 6 Saiyans, just looking at the potential that they could bring out. When you bring in this new Saiyan that's coming into the movie, it's gotta be up there with Mastered Ultra Instinct, because here's the case. At the end of Dragon Ball Super, Goku can't go back into Mastered Ultra Instinct. Goku's back has to be pushed against the wall. Now, if you looked at the teaser trailer, Earth is clearly in danger in some way, shape, or form, and it's not necessarily 100% confirmed if this Saiyan is the bad guy that it's like they have to fight against, but I mean, they're kind of hinting towards it. But I mean, also one of the comments that they made is a long-awaited battle, so we don't exactly know what that means, a long-awaited opponent. And, I mean, this Saiyan could be pushing Goku, because, I mean, let's say Goku and Vegeta were to fight right now. Vegeta still has the edge with Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, and Goku still has Super Saiyan Kaioken, but for the most part, if you turn, turn in the power scalings, Vegeta has a slight edge because his is less strain on the body and things of this nature. And without Goku having Ultra Instinct, I'm not necessarily sure he'd be pushed back into Ultra Instinct, counted on the fact that Ultra Instinct was really brought forth because of his friends and the pride of that, and the fact that every single person's life was in danger. If he was just to spar with Vegeta and things like this nature without any other risk, I'm not sure if he'd be able to ascend into it. I feel like the fact that they had to nerf down Ultra Instinct down to this point where it's like it has to be used in a time of need and ultimate plot armor, it's a bit better for the series, because if he had that for every single fight, it's an insta-win. And honestly, they have to use it in the same pacing I would see as like Vegito. Like, they can't just bring it out every single time. That would kill the form unless other people reach the form, this being the new villain that's going to be showing up, or the Saiyan that's going to be showing up. Because the good thing about Ultra Instinct and the good thing about this being a Saiyan is, one, this Saiyan may be able to ascend past the Super Saiyan and beyond. We've seen it happen. It's been reduced to a children's plaything with Goten and Trunks, and on top of that, even these Universe 6 warriors, how they've ascended past Super Saiyan Blue level with their fusions. So if you scale it past them, they're going to have to ascend past Super Saiyan Blue, especially with this new guy showing up. You have to be stronger than Kefla at the very least, don't you guys think? And that means Goku's going to have something that can rival Ultra Instinct, or that's going to be the trump card in the movie, which will be so predictable. I think for them to have another Saiyan who could potentially have a form beyond that of Super Saiyan Blue, either Super Saiyan or Ultra Instinct. The good thing about Ultra Instinct is that, one, it's not branded exclusively for Saiyans. It's not meant for half Saiyans either. It's meant for almost anyone that could really unlock it. They never said it was a Saiyan exclusive. The gods have trouble unlocking it, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a Saiyan only thing. The Super Saiyan transformation is a Saiyan only thing. However, it's still super powerful, and this means that this could potentially bring anything to the table here, with the Saiyan being either that of Ultra Instinct or a new Saiyan level. So they did really play their cards right here, and Saiyans have always been one of the most entertaining rivals ever, especially with what we've seen here in the Tournament of Power, especially with what we've seen in the movies, especially what we've seen towards the ending of Dragon Ball Super, with it ending off with Vegeta and Goku having their classic stare down. I'm just saying here that Limitless Potential could potentially bring forth Ultra Instinct in another Saiyan. You can't really count them out, and these guys could be the harbinger of destruction, because they're the ones that could potentially bring this into fruition here. With all of these new characters introduced, who else is going to lock Ultra Instinct? I don't see them keeping this as a Goku only form, because that would be broken. For them to bring more characters into the Ultra Instinct realm and bring them into that top tier of chosen few, because if you look at it, Goku's stronger than the gods, but he's not in the top 5 yet. To bring other fighters up there that's stronger than the gods, I mean, Jiren's kind of opened that gateway to say that, okay, you don't have to be a god of destruction to be this powerful. You can still be a mere mortal, but you could still fit in this like in-between section. And then Goku has ascended into there. What's stopping these other Saiyans and other characters from reaching this tier? This tier, like this little area right here, this gray zone, is where I think this action for the future of the series is going to have to take place. Like, the power scaling has to fit there in order to keep it fresh. Now, they can really expand this going into the series and really milk that area, because there's not that much space between where we see the angels, the Grand Priest, and the Gods of Destructions. We need more characters in that gray zone. Right now, there's probably Toppo and Jiren for sure, because, I mean, for one, Toppo even had like his Hakai God of Destruction form, and Jiren, the whole premise of him, the whole hype train was him being in that tier anyway. Goku's reached there, and so has technically Vegeta in a way, shape, or form because he took out God of Destruction Toppo, but I still see Vegeta getting some more treatment later on because, I mean, this is going to be a movie about Saiyans, and for them not to feature Vegeta at all, I think that would be to downplay his character a little bit too much, especially with what we've seen from him in the past movies and in the tournament. I still say he has a role to play. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think that someone else is going to have Ultra Instinct? Do you think we're going to be seeing it in the new Dragon Ball Super movie that's going to be dropping on December 14th later this year? It's going to be a really hectic year, but it's going to be amazing to see if we get to see Ultra Instinct versus Ultra Instinct clash, especially in movie format. And they're pushing for this to be an international release, thus causing a whole new hype train for the Dragon Ball franchise. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe for more. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care. Peace.